and just blow it all. Whereas the skilled person will blow some of it, but he'll hold back a little bit because he knows that it's not going to last forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you know, it's just a matter of how skilled you are at dealing with what life throws at you.
Could you give us examples on how you dealt with different situations in your life, maybe before and after learning about Taoism?
um, yeah. I have to think about particular examples, but what I'll say is that you get you get to just have a greater sense of being connected, because you are more attuned to the cycles of the world around you and the flow of energy that's around you, and you really begin to understand how insignificant you are, and that's not a bad thing. It's like that you're going to live and that you're going to die, and then that's all it is, and all your stories and everything that you've done is gone. You know, and so then you might as well make the most of the life that you have. And um, I, I'm 75 years old, and so there are a lot fewer days in front of me than there are behind me. So my days are getting precious, but I think every day is precious to everyone. And every day when it comes up, you trade a day of your life for that day. And the only thing that's going to be left in it, as far as you're concerned, is whatever you leave in it. So, if you leave footprints of anger and frustration and the like, then that's what you've left. If you leave footprints of peace and caring and compassion, and then your life becomes that. You become what you pay attention to.
You become what you pay attention to. So, for those who spend their whole life paying attention to politics, what do they become? Resentful? I don't know where I'm going with this. But,
Yeah. Well, you look at our president. Okay,
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make judgment on what he's doing, but does anybody really think this guy is a happy man?
Oh, um, that's a tricky question. I don't even think
I mean,
he
he never has
knows.
enough. He never has enough. He always has to have more, more, more,
Mm-hmm.
more. He's never satisfied. He's got to do this. He's got to always prove himself. He's just not a happy guy. I mean, think of all the people that you would say are greedy, or are mean, or not compassionate, or these aren't happy people.
But I would say everyone who is like that has a big ego, right? From what I understand, ego. You probably know more than I do. Like ego always plays a huge role on the happiness or how much people want to achieve in their life. Like sometimes people achieve great things, but just because they want to feed their ego. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that's the case with the president, but like it's probably the trait of many of those people who are never satisfied. They always need more and more and more and more. And yeah.
You know, one of the practices I think that is an antidote
Hmm.
to that is a practice of gratitude.
Oh.
You know, because when you're grateful for something, you're basically saying thank you, and you're accepting the gifts that the world gives you, and you're also saying it's not all on my shoulders. I don't have to do everything and be everything to everybody. And I have all these beautiful benefits. I get to drive on a paved road. There are lights on my street at night. There is water and drinkable water. All I have to do is turn a knob. You know, when you live in a world of gratitude, the ego is much less important to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you are happier.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I think we had a guest on the podcast once who gave us an example on how we could practice cultivate gratitude,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, just first thing in the morning you wake up, you just write in your journal, I love playing the guitar, I love my cat, I love sushi, like whatever comes to your mind, something that you like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't necessarily love, but you like, you write, I love I love that, I
Mm-hmm.
love.
Right.
And accordingly to her, Braca, that's her name if I'm not mistaken, that's already enough. You're cultivating, practicing gratitude. Would you
Mm-hmm.
say that's a good practice, like the
Oh,
way, this
absolutely.
way of doing it?
Absolutely, and there's
Yeah.
so many ways to do it. One of my favorite ways of practicing gratitude is to have a jar and a little notepad near it, and what you do is every day you write a little something that you're grateful for. You know, I'm so grateful that my wife is coming home today. I'm grateful that my kids are happy. I'm grateful that my dog ate her dinner tonight. You know, whatever, right? And then fold it up and throw it in the jar. And then sometime when you just don't feel like you got anything to be grateful for and you just grumble mumble, just reach in the jar and pull one of those things out and read it.
Oh gosh, that's a great idea. That's a good one. I normally I used to write them and then never look at them again. They're gone basically. But
Yeah.
this is when I bring them back. Yeah, that's great. So Bob, as far as I understand, you're also a professor, right, at Elon University.
Hmm.
Uh, so do you teach neuroscience and psychology over there?
No, no.
No.
Well, it's a funny combination. I teach business law
Oh.
to the business majors, but I also teach meditation on campus. And
That's wonderful. But they sound
yeah,
so different from each other.
yeah, they are. Well, that's because my life took those two paths, and yeah, I meditate